do? I'm back again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Here I talk about my journey of healing and about spirituality and about food, just trying to be a better me and a healthier life. So thank you guys for watching. Let's start right away. I was thinking this morning and I was thinking what I'm gonna talk about, because I feel like I have so much to say, but at the same time it's that insecurities that's creeping in. It's gonna be like, I don't think that's a good idea for you to talk about that. And then I hear that voice that will say, you cannot do that, and it will bring you down. It will make you feel very insecure. And I think, we all have that, and that is what stops us from doing what we actually want to do. And as I am in this journey of healing and learning, I believe we all are learning. And it's also like, if you want to learn, because I had a time in my life that I didn't want. I felt like I can't. I will feel like I was believing all these negative things, that whether that's people been saying, things that I've seen, or things that I felt. So what I'm trying to say is that negative things, whether that's things we're telling ourselves, can bring us down and stop us from doing the things that we want to do. So I felt like, I'm just gonna feel what I feel, and I'm just gonna make this video. So I was questioning myself because I wanted to talk about my anxiety disorder and what I do, to give you guys some tips, maybe some tools that can help you guys too. That what are you going to do when you have like a panic attack, what you can do, and just give you guys some tips what I'm doing. But I feel within me that I want to talk about the Bible. Just a little bit. I want to read for you guys something out of the Bible, because I feel like this is something I want to talk about. There's something in me that says, I want to talk about this, and I don't know it all. I'm not saying that I know everything good about the Bible. I'm not saying that I am better than somebody else. All I'm saying is that I put my faith in the Lord Jesus. And well, we're gonna talk about that in a bit. But first, I'm like all messy here. But first we're gonna talk about anxiety and panic attacks. But yeah, you must be thinking, I don't want to hear about that on a Friday. But it might help you, and I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible. So let's get right into it. Okay, so the first thing, you will hear something that triggers you, or you will see something that triggers you, and it reminds you of something, whether that's the past, it reminds you of something that gave you a bad feeling. What happens? You will feel a panic attack is coming. You will feel like first you can't breathe. You're breathing like very fast and like a little, or it could be something that you don't know what is coming. That can also give you that panic attack. So I'm talking about how I experience it. Maybe you guys can relate to it. So it could be something that can trigger you that you already been through, or it could be something that you don't know of, and that scares you. That's like the scare, because we were made to survive. So things that scare us, the first thing we want to do is be safe and keep, be in a safe place. So anyways, when you're feeling you're gonna have a panic attack, the first time I had a panic attack, I felt like I was going to die. And if you experience it yourself, you will know this is scary. It will feel like you're gonna have a heart attack. It's gonna feel like you can't concentrate good. Like I had this one time, I had a friend mother asking me where I lived, and I totally said like the wrong address, and my friend was looking at me. He was like, you don't live at that address. But because of the panic attack, I forget, and I just said like the wrong address, and I felt like stupid. But that's to show what a panic attack can do. You could just lose your focus, and you will feel numb, like in your hands. You feel like your legs cannot move, and that's all well, you know, when you're at home. But what if, you know, you're at the store and you have that? That is not nice. So I'm gonna try to give you some tips that I'm doing. So first tip, when you feel it's coming up, the feeling like you're gonna have a panic attack, what I want you to do is trying to put a focus on things in this present moment. So don't think about, oh, I'm gonna die. Change that story in I'm gonna die. Change it, I'm not going to die. Tell yourself, I'm not going to die. Because usually we'll say, oh no, we're gonna die, and then it's only gonna make it worse. So we're gonna be like, I'm gonna die. No, I'm not gonna die. Trying to stay calm and breathe in and breathe out. Try to look for things in this present moment. Look what you're seeing. Smell something. Listen to the birds singing. Be in this present moment. That helps you distract from that negative thought of having the panic attack, to let the panic attack stop. So hear, see, feel, smell, the senses. So do that. What also helped me lots of times, this is something you could do only like when you're inside, because I find it hard to do it outside. So what I will do is I will lay on the couch or on my bed, and I will put my hands on my belly like this, and then breathe. You will find out that you will breathe normal, like in that. So you will start breathing fast, but then when you do that, it will happen like good, slow, in a good way. It will find a balance again. So we have to use the senses, be in the present moment, put your hands on your belly. What also help sometimes is tense up your body, like very much tense it up, and just tense it, and then let it go. And that's something that I used to do a lot too, that I've learned, is that I used to breathe a lot through my chest, and I always would have this chest pain. It would feel like everything is like tensed. So like right here in my neck, all the way through my head, everything felt like so tensed. So what I'm doing now is also like walking and sitting in the right position, you know, shoulders back, you know, back straight up. You know, it does help. So I hope these tips can help. And always, I didn't do this before, but always go into your body, because the main issue is always within us, which causes the outer, the physical tension and reaction. So if we can try, I always say this, if we can try to learn to say positive things, affirmations, and that, you know, tell yourself you're safe, all is good, and you will be okay. This is just a moment of you having a panic attack, and then trying to stay calm. And I know it's easy said than done. If people say, you know, oh, you will be okay. I used to think, yo, shut up, I'm gonna die here. I used to think. And that's not to say that I don't have panic attacks anymore, because I do. Especially I have problems when it's dark, and like when I'm in this little space, I feel like I can't breathe, and I will feel sometimes it comes up. I will feel like the panic attack is gonna come, and then I feel like at that moment I've already kind of like learned my mind to say, you know what, you will be okay. Just take some deep breath. Sometimes I can get quicker out of it. Sometimes it takes time, but the fact is you will learn, and you will learn, and you will learn so much more to know what you have to do in that kind of situations. It's like when I'm somewhere and it's too busy, it's hard at that moment because you're surrounded with people. So it makes it more hard for you to think, you know what, I need just to catch my breath. So no, so you'll feel like, you know what I do? I just go to the toilet and I'm gonna take a deep breath, or I'm gonna go, well, if I'm at mom and dad house, I'm gonna go to the kitchen and I'm just gonna take my breath there and just calm my head down. It's nice also when you tell people close to you that, you know, what it does. Don't feel shamed or embarrassed, because I used to have that. I felt like a shame. I thought there was something very wrong with me, when actually it isn't. We just have those moments of a panic, and we're just very sensitive to certain things, and everybody has their own fears and things going on. It's just how we handle it, you know. So I think it's good to tell somebody close to you what you can experience and what is going on, so they can kind of, you know, understand it from the outside, so that they will know you need this, and they will understand it more. Because I also I didn't tell a lot of people that I had this, so I think it's just a good idea to tell people close to you how you're feeling and what's going on. It's always good to be honest anyway. And yeah, like I said, don't feel bad about it. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just something that you feel, you know, this, because like I said, I still have it. So I don't think I'm weird anymore. I always used to think I'm weird and all these negative things. I'm just very sensitive, and it's just certain things that is getting just too much. And so what I've also been doing, I've tried so many things, whether that is, and that's not to say that I don't do things that makes me feel anxiety, because the thing to do when you have this anxiety disorder is to look for the things that scares you. So they say, look your fear right in the eye. That will give you the confidence, and that's, you know. So I do things that give me that, but at the same time I keep feeling it. I keep feeling still these fears and anxieties. But you know, I always say, no, you have to believe things will be good. I believe, and whether that's in myself or in the Lord. And I keep saying and so through all this journey of my anxiety disorder, I've been, you know, where I used to be and where I am now. I can honestly say that, you know, it's been so overwhelming, everything. I have to go, I've been through lots of with my therapist. I've had a lot of therapists, different therapists, which is not easy either, because you have to tell your story to a stranger actually. So that's kind of what I'm doing now here. So what I'm trying to say is, after all those years of having help and support, it does help. So don't think, you know, by you getting a therapist means that you're crazy or it doesn't help. It does help. You know, after all those therapists and years, I took it all with me, all the advice, and, you know, it does help. But not only that, I don't think and believe only a therapist is the way to help. You also need to do the work yourself. And I think that's the most important, is when you are aware of that you need to change certain things, and that is okay. I think that's the most important, for you to want to change, because it's all good and well when, you know, you're gonna get a therapist and that's the therapist doing all the work, telling you what to do. But if you're not doing it, if you're not actually doing your homework, it's not going to help. Or sometimes you don't understand it, because I used to have that. When I had my therapist, she would tell me lots of things, but I did not understand it. I feel like if I'm gonna do the breath work, I'm gonna have a more panic attack, because, you know, like that, because that's how it started, like a panic attack. But that's what they're trying. Sometimes we will build up a panic attack just to see to show us that nothing is happening, nothing bad is going to happen. So I felt scared to do that. So what I'm trying to say is, it is very important that you want to do this, to do your homework, help yourself, and face that fears, because you're gonna face fears every day. We're gonna do that every day in our life. But the point is that we know how to handle negative situations and what we're gonna do about it. So yeah, I have learned a lot of things during all those years, and I love to help others with it, because I know it's not easy. It's not gonna happen in a day. But what I can do say is, when you figure this out, the more sooner you have help, I believe that it's more better. I waited too long to get help. So that's another tip and advice I can give. And yeah, I still believe that, you know, because I used to drink, I felt like that would help me not to be in this insecure and scare myself. Like, I didn't want to be myself, because I always used to be like, I saw myself as a shy person, could not talk, and I was, you know, so I used to drink a lot. And that's why I smoked too, because I felt so insecure about myself. I didn't like myself back then. So all these years I've learned not only to handle my panic attacks more better, I've learned to love myself more. And yes, I still smoke. I'm not perfect, but I'm still wanting to learn more. I'm not gonna give up. I'm still gonna go and chase to be this better me. I'm still gonna do that every day. Every day I'm gonna see where I can do things better, and not only for myself, but for others too. And I love to learn. I would never, if like in my younger years, people know that I did not love to read. And now I just want to read more. When, you know, you have the people that will come at your door with the Bible, I didn't want to open a door. And now I feel like I want to open a door for them. It's to show you that how you can change. And I feel like I've grown so much, and you know, I want to help others, to inspire them with my story. Hopefully I can help, like I always say. Just want to tell you guys, you know, that you're not alone. We've all tried to be our better self. Everybody has their own thing going on in their lives, and you might feel that you're alone and nobody understands you. But, you know, in the end, what really matters is God knows us all. And that's why I put my faith lots in God. I always used to pray like once in a while, but I didn't put my focus a lot on the Bible, or trying to even learn more, or getting to know God well. So I feel like this whole journey has led me to God again. And that might sound, maybe, I don't know how it might sound for you, but it really is true for me. I felt like from the whole thing, from the insecure, the anxieties, the not loving myself, I stopped 2 years ago drinking, because I didn't feel that I was reaching a point. Sometimes I feel we will change when we experience something bad. Sometimes our eyes will open when we experience something bad. When we go through something bad, sometimes when we've lost it all, whether that is you don't have money, or your finance is not going good, your love relationship is not going good, you lost it all, then in those moments you can look at it, oh, I don't have anything. You can look at it in a negative way, or you can see it as something new. This is a new, fresh start for you to do something. And I believe that God, sometimes He removes things that we don't need anymore to make space for something new. And I think I said it in my other video about letting go to receive more. Because if you're gonna hold on to everything, there's no room. There's no room to receive more. So yeah, I can talk for this for hours, but I'm gonna try to make it shorter. I'm very excited to talk about these things, about life and what I go through. And if I can, I would love to hear about your stories too. Maybe you have some advice or tips. And it's always good, if somebody else's opinions. Maybe I will do that in the future. I will have somebody here to talk with me and let them share their opinion to me. And I love that. So, yeah, like I said, with all I went through, so I stopped drinking for 2 years now, and I feel so much better. Like, I experience things more. I am more aware of things, and no hangovers anymore, and I just don't need it. I don't need to drink to feel good. So that's not to say that I'm saying that I'm better again, because yes, I still smoke. I still have my own things that, I'm still learning to be better. Like, I'm trying not to talk without thinking, because I have that sometimes. You know how you can get caught up in anger or upset, or when you're annoyed. So I'm learning that. I have 2 kids, so sometimes I will feel like, "Ah!" But I'm learning to stay more calm. And there's lots of area that I need to be better at, but I'm like, I'm learning still. So that's another thing. Don't be hard on yourself. You don't have to learn everything in one day. Take it time by time, and it will all be just fine. So before I close and end this video, I want to do some little reading in the Bible, because yes, I've learned, because I do meditate too, so I'm more like also in the spiritual ways. I love doing that, meditate or learn, because I love the story about the Buddha too. Maybe I'm gonna make a separate video about that. But then it led me to the Bible again, and praying a lot. I pray a lot. I made it even in my routine every day. Every morning, every night, I will pray. I will praise God and be telling him that I'm grateful for all that I have, and just talk your heart out to God. When you feel like you have no way out, when you feel depressed, when you feel depressed, everything, I will say, talk to God. You can talk with him in any time of the day. He wants us to talk to him. So whatever it is that's bothering you, talk to God, because it's nice and well. I told a friend this the other day, it's nice and well when people want to give you advice, even when I want to give advice, but the best solution is to pray and talk to God. I feel like when I do that, I feel so much peace in my heart. And I know for some of you maybe that sounds like, but it is true. I feel peace within me and love. I just feel it. I just love it. So yeah, okay, anyways, I'm getting emotional. Okay. I'm gonna read this, and then I'm gonna end this video here for you guys. So I'm reading a piece of the Romans, and it says, "Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good." So I'm gonna read it again. "Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good." So that part, when I read that part, I was like, that is true, and we know it, but at the moment sometimes we don't think that. We are not focusing good. We are not. That's why I say doing the inner work is so important, because most of the time we want to change things from the outside. We think having a haircut, dyeing our hair, getting that new outfit is all that it takes. Yes, it's nice. You can do those things. But the most important changes is our inner self. There's where we need to change. So it is true, overcome evil with good. Not because somebody treats you bad means you have to do the same thing. Leave it up to God. And just, they say, do all act out of love. So I'm going to read this article. Love one another. owe no man anything but to love one another. For he heart to love another, heart fulfilled the law. So, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness. Let us walk honesty, as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness. So yes, like I said, I'm still learning to read the Bible because certain things I still don't understand, so I'm still trying that. But I'm willing to learn. That's the thing, you want and willing to learn. But yeah, put you on the Lord Jesus Christ, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust therefore. So what I've learned so far is, love one another, love your neighbor, and not act out on hates. Not because somebody treats you poorly means that you have to do the same, and put your faith in the Lord, because He's spirit. So he's within us already. That's why it is important for us to live in the spirit instead of the flesh. So I hope I gave some knowledge there. I wanted to say something about it. I just felt I need to, because I see the changes in my life, even if it's a short period, even that's, I'm praying more, and I feel like I'm just on the way of something good. And what else can be more greater than God? God is just awesome. So I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you guys have a nice, good weekend, and take care of yourself, love one another, and just find your love, your joy, and your peace within and with God. And I think I talked enough now, so I'm gonna say bye-bye.